Hey guys, it's Kayla and welcome back to my channel. So today I figured I would show you a few of the books that I've acquired recently. So let's just get started. So the first two books I'm going to show you are Taken and Chosen. So these are books 3 and 4, though admittedly I don't remember which is which. I think this is book 3. But these are by Benedict Jacka, and this is the Alex Verus series. I think I may have already said that, but it's an urban fantasy series, kind of similar to the Dresden Files, which is actually kind of funny because in book 1 there's like a little reference to Harry Dresden, so you know, I appreciate that. But so the main character, Alex, is a diviner, so he can see the future. And you know, I think there's probably some sort of murder happening when, you know, mysteries to solve and all sorts of fun stuff. So I'm excited to get to these. It's a really good urban fantasy series that I would recommend. The next book I'm going to show you is Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. So I think this has been floating around the booktubes for a bit, but it's pitched as Project Runway meets Mulan. So I'm really excited and intrigued by this premise. I hope it's good. The next book I'm going to show you is Salvation Day by Callie Wallace. I've actually already read this, but it's like a sci-fi thriller book where the premise is this ship has been like taken over by this virus, and you know, everybody dies except for this one kid who survives, and he ends up being one of the characters that we follow in this book, and it's, you know, in the future, as well as this other girl who's trying to find like a safe place for her family. But this is basically like a, you know, try to figure out what this virus is, what happened to all these people, mystery thriller. So I really liked this. I'm a big fan of like the infectious diseases trope, I guess you could say, in like some sci-fi and thriller books. So I was quite pleased with this. I ended up giving it 4 out of 5 stars. So, you know, I enjoyed it. It's in a quick read, only 300 pages. The next book I'm going to show you is 3 Laws Lethal by David Walton. So this is like set in the future. And I think the premise is they're self-driving cars, and I think the machines are starting to become intelligent. So the main character, I believe, is trying to figure out like what's going on, how to stop this, and like save humanity. So I'm excited for that. I had read a book by him previously called The Genius Plague, and it's like kind of like infectious disease type trope where this was actually a fungus was taking over human brains and like controlling them. So that was actually really good. I think I read it last year, and I want to say I gave it either 4 or 5 stars. So I'm excited to get to this. Hopefully it's the same sort of quality, I guess. The next book I'm going to show you is After the Flood by Cassandra Montag. So this is actually an ARC that I got. The book comes out September 19th. But I won this in a Goodreads giveaway, and I think this is like a post-apocalyptic story where the world has been like flooded, presumably, since it says after the flood. But I think this woman is trying to find her daughter, perhaps. I was intrigued when I had read the synopsis, so I'm hoping that it's a good book. I'm looking forward to it a lot. And the next 2 books I'm going to show you, Give the Dark My Love by Beth Revis and Seafire by Natalie C. Parker. I actually got both of these for free from Penguin Books. So if you guys don't know, Penguin Books, like they have a rewards program where you can sign up for free, and basically every hardcover or paperback published by Penguin rewards for these, and every 12 books that you buy of that they print, you get $30 free worth of books. So you can either do what I did in getting like 2 15-ish, these are not quite 15, 2 like YA type books, or you can get 1 adult hardcover book, whatever. Like, it just has to be under $30, but you get it for free, and it's like a really nice program. I've taken advantage of this a few times. So I'm excited to get to both of these, but yeah, I just figured I'll let you guys know about that. And, you know, just like a little, to go on a little bit more about this, like I originally was like, do I even buy books from Penguin? But it turns out they have quite a few imprints. Like I think they own Berkeley. They definitely own Ace and Daw. So that's like fantasy books, if fantasy and sci-fi books, that's covered under the Penguin imprint. The next book I'm going to show you, I also got for free. So this is actually, I think, an ARC of Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Young. So I actually got this from my library. They do a summer like reading program that adults can participate in. So this is always, you know, really exciting. Because like when I was younger, I would love to participate in this sort of program during the summer where you get, rewarded for however many hours you read. And I kind of didn't think that they would let adults participate, but it turns out my library actually does let adults participate. So I was like, yeah, I can easily read 20 hours over the summer and I'm gonna get myself a free book. But yeah, and so at 10 hours, they actually give you like a little bookmark that has, this is a plant-seeded wildflower thing. So, it was a little fun prize for 10 hours. But I'm excited to read that book. I know it's been out for a while, but I'm, again, slow to join the YA train here. So the next book I'm going to show you is Leia, Princess of Alderaan by Claudia Gray. So this is actually, I think, a YA book, but it's Princess Leia when she's like 16, and there's some sort of politics going on. But I'm excited to read this. I've read 2 Star Wars books by her. Bloodline, which is Leia as an adult. I think it's post Return of the Jedi. I could be wrong about that. I don't remember. But that was really enjoyable. More like political drama, I guess I would say. And then I also read Master and Apprentice by her, which is like Obi-Wan when he's a Padawan with Qui-Gon, but also Qui-Gon when he's a Padawan with Count Dooku. So I really liked that. I'm a big fan of Obi-Wan, so I really enjoy those books. If you're looking for a good Star Wars novelization, pick those up. She's a really good writer. The next book I'm going to show you is Mortal Word by Genevieve Cogman, and I think this is book 5 in the Invisible Library series, which I've talked about a few times, I think, in previous videos. But yeah, so I think we're going to 1890s Paris. There's some sort of peace conference thing. I'm sure there's murder and, mysteries to be solved. So I'm really excited for this. I've enjoyed all of the books in this series, so yay. Now we have The Gilded Wolves by Roshni Chokshi. This has been out for a bit, I think. Maybe it came out earlier this year. I don't know. But it's like a heist novel set in Paris, I think. I've read, was it The Star-Touched Queen and A Crown of Wishes by her, and really enjoyed them. So I'm hoping I'm going to like this. I've heard kind of mixed reviews about this book, so, we'll see what we see. But I thought her previous books were enjoyable, and I enjoy her writings. The next 2 books I'm going to show you are both by Christina Lauren. Well, the pair of writers that are Christina Lauren. So we've got Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating and Love in Other Words. So I think this one's like an enemies to lovers type trope. Not exactly sure about this one, but I enjoy the Unhoneymooners so much that I was like, yeah, I'll pick up a few more books by them and, see if I enjoy them as well. So I'm excited to get to those. It'll be like a fun, summery romance, easy to read book. Next book I'm going to show you is In an Absent Dream by Shannon McGuire. So this is book 4 in the Wayward Children series, I think. So I've read books 1 and 2, and I have book 3 on my Kindle. I read book 2 first and really enjoyed it, and then I recently read the first book, and I enjoyed it, but I was kind of felt like something was lacking. I don't know. I felt like it could be longer and the story more explored, because it just sort of ended and I was like, okay, I guess that's it. But I'm gonna obviously read books 3 and 4, see what I think. I do really like Shannon McGuire, so hopefully it'll be good. The next thing I'm going to show you is Exit Strategy by Martha Wells, and this is book 4. I mean, they're like novellas, but in the Murderbot Diaries. So I'm sure this has kind of gone around YouTube as well, or BookTube, but Murderbot is like a self-aware robot, I guess. I've only read the first one, All Systems Red, but I really enjoyed it. I've got book 2 on my Kindle. Sadly, I bought this from Book Outlet, but sadly they ran out of stock on book 3 as I was purchasing these, so I didn't get to pick that one up. But I was like, you know what? I know I'm gonna read this series, so I'll just go ahead and get this. But hopefully I can get book 3 and, get to book 4 at some point soon. The last thing I'm going to show you is a graphic novel set. So this is Injustice: Gods Among Us Year 1, the complete collection. So this is connected to the video game series, where the premise is Superman basically goes evil and is trying to take over the world and rule it, I think. And so Batman and other superheroes are trying to fight against him. But, I've read a couple of, actually, the Injustice 2 graphic novel series, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to this. I've heard that years 1 and 2 are really excellent, and then the quality kind of declines from there. So, Yeah, I think it'll be good. I think that about does it for the books I've acquired fairly recently. I hope you guys have enjoyed this and maybe have some ideas on books that you want to read yourself. So with that, I think I will end it here, and I will see you guys in my next one.